You are the CEO of Zelrose. Can you tell us a little bit about your company?
So Zelrose is 4 years old, and we develop software dedicated to insurance and bank insurance industry. We help this industry to become tech-driven, and we help our clients as well to offer a great customer experience. And so we do that through technology, machine learning, and AI.
You're an AI entrepreneur, and just imagine I'm a young AI wannabe entrepreneur. What would be your advice to me?
My advice would be, don't do AI for AI. First, think about what you want to solve as a problem for the society and for Europe, and try to find a sustainable problem, an issue that is aligned with the great challenge of our societies, like climate, like health, like employment. Because you at one point of time need to have this compass to create a long-term venture. Once you have identified this large pain, then yes, try to solve it with algorithm, because winning solution of tomorrow will always be algorithm driven. First, use open source out of the box things, and then specialize it and create your specificity, the thing that will make you unique, and the thing that will make you a champion in your specific area.
Is AI and machine learning a core differentiator in your product offer, and how?
AI is for us a means, not an end by itself. Of course, we use it, but for a purpose and for use cases. And then what makes us different is that we make the choice of being very verticalized. So by opposition of horizontal AIs, by being very focused, I strongly believe that it is a way to make more accurate and efficient AIs.
Are AI algorithms actually core differentiators that you develop in-house, or are they off the shelf and your focus is mostly on data?
To make a great AI first product, I would split it in through third. One third is actually not about algorithm and software, it's about UX, it's about usage. One other third is about algorithm, but I would say off-the-shelf algorithm, open source stacks or cloud-based AI. And the other third, what makes the differentiator of a venture or a unique capability, is where we apply, fine-tune, and dedicate our R&D to this specific AI, may it be computer vision or natural language understanding. For example, in our company, we train natural language understanding models on a large corpus dedicated to insurance. So it's a way for us to create insurance-ready, insurance-specific natural language understanding.
There's this discussion about training data and the bias in the training data in AI. What's your view on that?
I think it's a major point. If you want to develop a sustainable, a trustable or trustworthy product, you have to be transparent on how things works, and that's not easy because it's about complex things. But one solution that we studied at Zelrose with other think tanks in France, in East Europe, is about creating some kind of standard, open standard, describing the type of data on which our algorithms are trained. And by opening, I would say, the black box and saying, look at what type of data we used, here is how is balanced the data, and here is variables on the feature that we use. It's one part of the answer of creating confidence and making our society aware of how it works and make it trust and make it use it for real.
We live in a time where people are very sensitive to the societal impact of technology. What could be, in your opinion, some of the outstanding societal impacts that AI could have?
People are looking for a sense in why they work, where the society is going, and so on. Second thing, it's totally normal that some people are skeptical on fear technology, but I guess when Gutenberg invented the printing machine, or when the computer was invented, the same fears were here. So I guess that AI is just another technology step that history already witnessed. So that's why having in mind large and important social and human challenges, I would say there are not hundreds of them. If you think about it, it's about how people work. It's how we manage the fact that people live more and more old, and it's about climate change. It's about wars and conflicts in the world. If in a way or another you can put a bridge between what you are doing on one of these high-stake challenge, then you will be able to gather people around you and be successful. On the opposite, I think that short-term, business-only driven ideas may work a time, but won't be something that will be sustainable long-term. So that's very important.
What shall be the role of the European regulators? Because there's this debate about, shall we regulate first and innovate later, or the other way around? So do you think they favor innovation in AI, or they are hurdles?
I think if things are done the way they should be, regulation is an opportunity. I will give you an example in insurance and bank insurance industry, which is a very regulated industry. We work very closely in France with ACPR, which is the French regulation authority. We work together because they are interested into understanding how we use AI and how they can control in a better way tomorrow. By the way, they're also thinking about controlling AI through other AIs. As far as we scale up are concerned, it's also a way to co-construct some kind of regulation framework and help ourselves to create an environment, regulation environment that will be compatible with what we do and what we want to do in the future.
How is Europe positioned when it comes to artificial intelligence?
Well, I think you won't find anybody who can tell you seriously that Europe is leading AI in front of Asia, China, or US. The reality is that we are not at the forefront of this technology. But I think Europe has, I would say, great advantages in terms of education, in terms of know-how. And so I guess that Europe has the capability to take ownership of its own AI. And so that's where European companies have to, I would say, keep the focus and keep efforts to take advantage of its technology and to master it.
What should be Europe's specificity in AI? Should it be maybe industrial AI or business-to-business AI as opposed to business-to-consumer?
I would say that if you look at B2C consumer application or B2B business application, I think the B2C domain is almost lost for Europe. But indeed, B2B industry is a giant, I would say, opportunity to apply AI on it. Now, regarding ethics, I think it's important, but it has not to be put first. First, we have to create AI champions. We have to put AI at scale in Europe.
Let's talk a little bit about AI talent. AI talent is very rare. There's a shortage in AI talent worldwide and also in Europe. According to you, how can Europe solve the shortage in AI tech talent?
I believe that education is very important, and even for young children. I have 3 children, age of 8, 6, and 4, and I believe that we can teach how machine learning, for example, works very early. Because you learn how to count, you learn how to write, but you also can learn some kind of intuition on how this works. So this is for the long term, to create generations of AI machine learning proof people. And for older people, for example, at Zeros and with other partners, we organize once a year a large machine learning competition during one evening, gathering 1,000 data fans, maybe a very professional practitioner or people who want to discover this domain. And so I believe that this is our role also to create the condition, the opportunities to share about what is AI. And by the way, my conviction is that it is a domain that is not so, you can, I would say, dig into AI very quickly, because we have toolbox. I'm sure there are other science domains who are largely more complex to enter into. So I think it's a way to create competencies and then to create this circle of having more talents in the future.
Christophe, thank you very much for a very interesting conversation today.
Thank you.